Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we've got Dan in the booth. Say hi, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Dan will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, burns, and rabbit anti-ether vile screeds in the chat. Make sure you tag at start of the game so he can see them and send his favorites over to us.
That was nice.
We are wrapping up our exploration of the bountiful metagame of Modern with two of the sort of newer decks on the scene. I'm going to be playing Selesnya Titan. We saw Simic Titan sort of last fall. Zach Allen played some Sultai Titan. I've seen Simic Titan recently as well, especially with Uro. And Selesnya is another way to go with it. Just gives you a lot of good sideboard cards. This is Mike Alera's list from the top 8 of the most recent Modern Classic.
Okay.
Which was like 190 people, I think. Oh, no. I think Modern was smaller than Pioneer. One was like 190, one was 150.
Sure. Still, I mean, great numbers.
Yeah.
People are loving those challenge events, and me included. Whenever I'm home, I like to play them, make a YouTube video or something, or stream it. Like they're pretty fun events if you ever are interested.
So definitely a different way to go with the whole Titan field sort of engine. We're still, dryading with Valakutes and fields and setting everything up to ramp to Titan, but we're doing it with traditional ramp spells, very high land count. A couple bounce lands just because they're really good in the late game. Mm-hmm. They give you a little bit of utility, but we're not really looking to abuse Amulet with bounce lands. So cool. The traditional ramp shell gives you a little bit more redundancy, and that gives you a little more resilience.
And I've heard the sideboard of these green-white decks are... White has just been notoriously the worst color to play, but the best color, and for sideboards, at least for like Modern for the last 5 years or whatever.
Oh, yeah, at least.
Rest in Peace and Stony were just like the pillars of the best sideboard cards for quite a while.
And now we've got the Mirror Breaker.
Oh, yeah. Even Mindsets, I bet there's some Purges in there, like very versatile. I'm good.
You got to be pegged. What are you going to be playing against?
I'm going to be playing Gruul Beatdowns. We are just attacking with creatures. We're topping the curve off at Glorybringer, just trying to go Elf into Legion Warboss into Rabblemaster.
Are you still Sprawl Arbor Elfing? Yeah.
Yep. There's that too.
This is kind of the evolution of Gruul Land Destruction.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Panza, right? Yeah.
Which is a deck like we've seen for a while. It's just gotten... The land destruction element just isn't very good, let's be honest. Yeah. So they've gotten rid of that, but we still have the Maguses in the main and probably have Blood Moons in the sideboard or some other element of that, but really just replacing it with more like aggressive beatdown cards because there are good elements of that. Bloodbraid Elf was a big one, and we saw right when Bloodbraid Elf was unbanned, this deck wanted to open. Right, that's when it was a really important addition. But now with things like Hex Drinker and Gruul Spellbreaker and Rabblemaster and Glorybringer, like you really can play a powerful beatdown game backed up with some good disruptive elements from Magus main and then other things out of the sideboard.
Yeah.
And Magus is a really good main deck card when, Primeval Titan decks are everywhere.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's a really bad card when Astrolabes are everywhere, and that's half the metagame. So, you're either jamming with a worse Grizzly Bear, like 3 mana Grizzly Bear, or it's just going to be the best card and it's going to win you so many game ones. So I like it, and this did well. I want to say this top aided the Mox Modern event this last weekend.
Yeah.
So did very well. Those are tough tournaments. There's a lot of grinders playing those showcase events.
Yeah,
so
very dense.
100%
field.
Boxes have always been just like they felt like Pro Tours, and like when they feel like Pro Tours when there's not a Pro Tour or a GP because all the people that that are playing at a high level want to play something, and online events are great. You see even like Reed Duke came out of the Magic Online Championship Series, the Mock Series, so
yeah, I know, definitely a difficult term to navigate your way through, and when you're doing it with an unknown deck, all the more impressive.
Exactly. Okay, how's your hand?
So I'm on the play. Yep. This hand seems fine to me.
Yeah, I think mine is fine too. It's nothing insane or anything, but we're gonna keep it.
Okay. I am going to play a Windswept Heath and pass the turn.
All right. Well, I guess I'll start with this. Naturally. And creature or land. Well, knowing what I'm up against, I think I probably want to take this Magus of the Moon. Seems like a good card against you.
We'll see.
We're going to take that. I am going to go with Utopia Sprawl. I'll name Red.
Yep.
Here you go.
Okay, let's play Vista. Crack both of these. I'll go to 18.
Okay, and now, I mean, you're going to get basics, so that's not as valuable.
And in game 1, I don't have any need for white mana. The white is really just there for sideboard cards.
Yep.
So I'm gonna not get a plains. I'll just get forest and snow forest.
Okay.
Diversify my types for Field of the Dead.
Sure.
Should that become relevant. And let's play an Explorer.
Okay.
See if I can hit a third basic even.
I'd be so lucky.
I will play Bajuka Bog off the Explorer. I think I'm going to target myself.
Okay.
I don't know if you have Tarmogoyf, but you might have Tarmogoyf.
Could be.
I don't think either of our graveyards really matter outside
No,
of
not
potential Tarmogoyf. So I'll just remove mine since I have 2 types tier 1.
Okay.
And if you Magus me, it's going to be hard to get lands in there.
Yeah, and I don't think I do want to Magus here. It's not super relevant right now. So we're just going to go take 2. I'm going to play 2 Hex Drinkers and level 1 of them.
Uh-oh.
Pass to you.
So at 3rd level, they become 4/4 per
Yep.
instance.
They're big.
Oh my god. I kept a 3-lander with an Explorer avatar with their land.
Oh, tilting days on Versus Live for Ross are my favorite Versus Lives. Drawing 4th Aether Vial is pretty much summing it up. The culmination here.
Skirt Tribe Elder.
Current Tribe Elder.
You can go.
Okay. So at most you can have 5 land next turn, which is not Titan. So I think I want to just progress my board again. All right. I will put 2 counters on here.
Yep.
And then I think I'm okay with you just trading for Hex Drinker here when you need land. So we're going to get in with both.
Block the 4/4 and sack.
Okay.
And now I think I will get the plains just to diversify land types. I don't think it really matters that I have a ton of green mana through a Magus.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I don't think I truly care about Hex Drinker going way up on that. So we're going to just level this one up twice. Try to get 2 4/4s down. And I'll pass to you.
Okay. Land would be nice.
Negative.
Jesus Christ.
I know you got all gas, so I'm going to have to try to close this game out quick. Oh, and you're at, what, 16?
Yeah, I blocked the 4/4. So
You just took 2, right?
Yeah, so I'm at 18.
Or
I
you
forgot
took
to
2.
fetch.
17.
16.
No.
It's a
I
2
took 2. I fetched twice. So yeah, I'm at 16.
Oh, you pumped it up.
Well, they're originally 2-1s. Yeah.
So 16 to 18. How can I even win?
I like that question.
I don't know.
Hex Drinkers get big real quick. I don't know if you ever cast this card in Modern Horizon drafts. You win. It's nothing really special about it. You just win the game.
All I wanted to do this turn was tracker, play land, get a clue, crack it.
Hey,
trade for 1, and then tighten the next turn.
Tracker's still pretty good, bud.
That was good enough. But
What you got cooking?
I think I need to try to tighten next turn, and that means just casting Search for Tomorrow.
Yeah,
which
no,
was
that's reasonable.
Of course, my draw step.
Yeah.
So I'll pass the turn.
Okay. Oh. That's a magic card. Well, now the question is, what do I want to do here? Do I want to, like, play Magus and make sure your Titans just don't get anything special here? I mean, guessing you still got Field of the Dead and stuff, but you're not doing anything crazy with them. But I really don't know. I really don't know.
Do anything.
I think we'll play conservatively here and get Magus of the Moon down. And then I will level, attack for 8.
I am at 8.
And I'll level one more time. Pass to you.
Don't think I can beat that.
Yeah.
Certainly not with another Summoner's Pact.
And my hand was pretty good. All right. Well, you did not have a great draw there. Oh, dang it. Did I have it? 8 plus 6. No, okay. Still, I could have got you to 2. No, I did have it. No, I had to level.
For the Blood Braid?
Yeah, because I could have Blood Braided double bolt you last turn, but this wasn't leveled.
Yeah, so it would have been 6 plus 9 is 15.
Yeah.
I was at 16.
Yep. I was like, there's no way. It's pretty nice, though, huh?
Well, classic ramp deck stumbling on mana.
Yeah.
Run over by an aggro deck.
Yeah.
So like, normally you would think if your draw is just some Hex Drinkers, you're just not beating a Titan deck. But if they stumble, Hex Drinker kills you quite quickly. So
there's a 4/4 that is attacking for 4 most of the time. The turn after it's played, so. Yeah.
Well, we are going to take a short break, and we will come back and do some sideboarding, and then finish up this final match between Selesnya Titan and Gruul Aggro. Don't go anywhere. Hello, welcome back to Versus Live. We are sideboarding between
Well, one of us.
Selesnya Titan and Gruul Midrange Aggro. I don't know what they wanted to call it.
I think it is Gruul Midrange.
That's what we call it on the thing.
I'm calling it Gruul.
Add a few extra hues in there.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's 6 U's.
Yes. No more, no less.
2 R's.
On my side, I'm bringing in a bunch of removal to hopefully slow down Corey's aggressive game plan.
You know Dan is putting 6 U's in the Gruul name as we speak, right?
Oh wait, I have 4, 5, 6. Okay, and 3 exclamation points for good measure.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, bud.
I'm bringing in my Reclamation Sage out of respect for Blood Moon. There ends up only being 1 there, but I would definitely be expecting that card.
Yep.
Going to trim the land count a little bit with some of the weaker utility lands. And when you trim the land count, these like Explorer effects get worse. Grazer is the least reliable one. So that one gets the axe. There's only 2 copies in the main. And then I trim on Explorer. So we're not going to be ramping as hard, but we are going to be interacting with
You're
Corey's
going to be killing stuff. Yeah, and basically all my creatures are red. I have Hex Drinker as like the only thing that can't get purged, so that's going to be good hate. Here we're just taking out Chandra. You know, like we said, we expected purge from that deck because it's a great white sideboard card for 1 Blood Moon. Otherwise, there just wasn't a lot of great cards for this. Whoever played this deck must have just really thought that their Titan matchup was already good.
Yeah.
Just giving them the beatdowns enough, which makes sense. I mean, 4 Magus of the Moon in the main deck, they're just pre-sideboarded for the matchup, which I like. So,
And if you're going to play a very rogue strategy right now, it should be one that is good against Titan.
Exactly. Plan 1, I mean, no matter what, I don't know exactly what I'm going to play at regionals this weekend yet, but I know my plan 1 is I want to have a good Titan matchup, and if I can't get one, I'm going to play Titan. You know, that's just how it's going to go, and that's what you have to be prepared for this weekend.
Makes sense.
All right, Dan, are you prepared for any questions?
I am. Nice. So we got Zerail 93. As you guys mentioned, with half of the meta game is playing Astrolabe, wouldn't it be a good idea to play one of the Karn-centered Ponza lists? Just so you can start cutting off lands that way. And
I've just been a big disbeliever in those decks from the beginning because, like we said at the beginning, Modern is so wide open that, like, I know I'm going to play that deck, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to give these Titan decks the business. And you're just going to play against Infect, and you're like, oh, God, I'm dead. You know?
Karn is a pretty versatile card, though. You have a sideboard with a bunch of silver bullets. It's a good card to accelerate into when you have the Arbor Elf Utopia Sprawl draw.
Yeah.
You get to 4 mana on turn 2. I could see going in that direction if you want to be a little bit less aggressive. But that's basically this deck, right? It's it's not really a different deck. It's just, do you want a Karn and a Karn package here?
Or do you want to try to give him the beatdowns? And I like giving the beatdowns. Yeah. But to each his own.
Yeah, it's another way to go. Definitely a more mid-rangey way to go.
Yeah.
But if you expect more like Urza decks, then I would definitely look into something more along those
I could see that. Yep.
along those lines.
All right.
I have no ramp spells.
I do.
My hand has a million basics. It plays against Blood Moon really well.
My hand's
I
great.
draw lands. I'm gonna turn 4 Titan. I think this is just a keep.
Yeah, my hand's good.
You can go.
Keep.
I just need to draw lands.
All right. Once upon a time.
Yep.
Let's take Bloodbraid Elf.
It's not a good sign.
And we will
Corey's
go...
early game is all wrapped up.
Here go. That might be true.
Oh, that was the worst possible draw. Pass the turn.
Untap Domri.
Sure.
Add a mana. You cannot counter this. Go. This deck is sweet. This deck is so sweet. Giving the beat downs here. Okay.
Giant.
Yep.
You can go.
All right. So we have a ton of mana here. Let's see how we want to do this. So we're for sure going to want to take 2.
18.
And you're just at 20, right?
Yep.
All right. So if I Utopia Sprawl on this, you can Utopia Sprawl these, right? It just has to
Yes.
have the keyword. Right?
It would.
Okay.
Once you play a Magus, though, the sprawl will fall off. So you generally want to sprawl your basics.
On the basics, okay.
Yeah, because it is specifically an enchant forest. So if
Okay.
whoever loses the type forest for whatever reason, the enchantment falls off.
Okay, so we're going to Utopia Sprawl here and go with red. 2. Untap 4.
Yep. Red, red, green, green.
Yep, and I could go 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's enough there. We're going to go with...
Glory bringer.
Yeah, we'll go with Glory Bee. And so I can untap this 2 minutes. I can't Bloodbraid as well. That's what I was hoping. That just would have been insane.
But you can just fight the Dryad and leave that unexerted.
That is true. That's probably better. Yeah, we'll fight that. Attack for 6.
7.
7.
I'm at 13.
And your go. Yeah, it's kind of busted.
I've once again drawn 0 lands.
Ross is once again asking for lands.
And I'm literally just dead to Bloodbraid Elf. You get to exert and kill whatever my blocker is.
What about Bloodbraid Bolt?
Yeah. Very good at that.
What about Bloodbraid Bolt Magus? This Gruul deck is nice. I can see why they didn't need to sideboard much against these amulet decks. Just giving the beat down.
Honestly, like, even if I had tightened to that turn, like, let's say I had drawn like a ramp spell for turn 2 and then an extra land, so I got to 6 mana. What do I do if I tighten that turn? Like,
Do you get some zombies?
like maybe I make some zombies and gain some life. Like that Glory Bringer is just gonna kill me.
Yeah, I'm gonna Glorybringer, Exert on Titan, Bolt it, play a Bloodbraid, get a Magus, and then you're gonna untap with a bunch of mountains, forests, 2 zombies probably I won't attack into. Like, yeah, you were super dead even if you tightened on that turn.
Did you? Well, you didn't have Magus. You had.
But I was Bloodbreaking into Magus.
Oh, of course you were.
Yeah, I drew land and then the top card was Magus.
Was there ever any doubt?
Yeah. All right, we got a question out there, Diane?
Yes, we do.
All right.
From Quish Reaver, Ross, what is your opinion on dredge lists running Magus of the Moon in the sideboard now?
Yeah, I've seen it in some. I'm not sure if it's necessary. The card I really like is Failure to Comply. Because you
card's
can
nice.
you can access it from your graveyard, and all you really need is the extra turn or 2 before they tighten you to close them out. So I like Failure to Comply in the matchup. Magus being a card that you actually have to draw and spend 3 mana on it makes it a lot more awkward, but it's another reasonable thing to do.
I like it. Okay, you're going to be on the play. This hand is much worse.
Speaking of hands that are much worse, am I supposed to keep this? Like,
So you're loving that Titan deck?
Oh, I'm gonna keep it.
I'm going to keep this too, but I could see a world where I should mulligan this, but we're going to try.
I will play Windswept Heath and pass the turn.
Okay. Foothills go.
Okay, I will play this. Crack them both.
Okay.
Get Forest Plains.
This could easily be a matchup where I should mulligan not on one drop hand, just like, humans.
Yeah.
Definitely a possibility.
So I'm at 18. You're at 19.
Yep.
I will cast it Once Upon a Time, hoping to find Sakura Tribe Elder.
Okay.
Instead, I have found Primeval Titan, but I'll definitely take that.
Yep.
And then I'll pass the turn.
All right. Now, we have not seen a Titan hit play yet, and I'm thankful for that. I have a bear. Your turn.
Okay, end step Once Upon a Time.
Okay. Sweet, sweet.
Yeah, it's another Primeval Titan. Is that what I want, or do I just want to land?
I don't care as much about the second
lands.
one, I guess.
Yeah, I think I'd take the second one.
Okay.
It's not great. I was hoping to find any piece of acceleration. Either Dryad would have been good too. Dryad or...
So you got a lot of lands in hand.
Pass.
Okay. The beatdowns.
16.
All right, then I'm going to go take 2,
17.
cast a Pyromancer that is seasoned.
Yep.
I'm going to discard these 2, so I'll get,
You get
one.
one.
Is it you?
Yep.
All right. And I just draw 2 then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, and pass to you.
You can go.
All right. Untap. We are going to get in there.
Purge the Pyromancer.
Okay. And then I'll pump this with the
elf.
Elf, yep.
Okay, so I'm going to go to 12. You'll go to 18.
I go to 18, you go to 12, yep. And then second main Magus of the Moon.
Yep.
Here you go. I think you're supposed to be tightening faster.
You can go.
All right. Okay. So Utopia Sprawl is basically free.
Yep. What are we naming?
I suppose green.
Yep.
G-Banger. I'll attack.
Purge of the Magus.
Oh, yeah, you do have one. Okay.
Take 8. I go to 4.
Yep. Your turn. Can you beat a Glorybringer here?
Primeval Titan.
Okay. Oops. You got the path. That's pretty nice.
I will get Radiant Fountain Field of the Dead.
Oh, there you go.
2 zombies.
Yep.
Gain 2 life.
You go to 6.
Brings me to 6. And I will pass the turn.
All right. What's your life total?
6.
6, yeah. Do you have the path?
No.
Oh, okay, okay. So I already had one bolt, but
Drew all lands. Maybe I got greedy hitting the Pyromancer. Like if I wait on the Pyromancer, I get to hit the Magus end step. I take an extra 2. The next turn, you play Glorybringer.
When you get to hit that,
and so I take 6. So I save 2. I save 2 that turn even. So I'm at the same life total either way, and then
I think you gain 2 by doing that, right? Because this would hit you for 4 instead. This hit you for 2. So I think you just gain 2. You'd Radiant Fountain up to 8 then, and then I'd have to bolt that, and then I think I'm just dead. But
you'd get in 2 attacks with the Seasoned Pyromancer. That was the thing.
oh, would I?
Right.
Then I might have just top decked a bolt to win, anyways.
I mean, at 4 life, I probably would have just not gotten the Radiant Fountain and said you need 2 bolts anyway.
Yeah.
2 bolts would have killed me. And,
Sure. Yeah, I think I thought leaving bolt in was bad, but they've been insane. You know, just that extra push.
Finish you off when you're in Acro deck. Lightning bolts.
All right. Well, do you want to play one more game with this, or do you want to play our round 2 deck?
No, let's.
All right.
I want to actually see this deck function.
Yeah,
So far,
yeah.
like, I just kept, I kept lands once upon a times and
Yeah.
found no ramp cards.
Just
Other times I've kept
prime
ramp
times,
cards
yeah.
and Titans and just not drawn lands.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So far, it seems, obviously you've been drawing really poorly, but it just seems like the sacrifice for white cards doesn't seem worth it for the explosivity in my mind. But I mean, I guess that's why we're showcasing it today instead of Thursday, where we will be playing Amulet.
This hand doesn't have a Titan, but it has good ramp. So I'm going to try it again. Just, I don't know.
Yeah, this hand's busted. I'll keep.
Okay, I'm going to go to 19, get a forest, and suspend a search.
All right, all right. I'm going to play Arbor Elf and pass to you.
One. And Castle, Tribe Elder, pass the turn.
Okay. All right, I will take 2.
You're at 18.
18, you're at 19. I'm gonna go with a Utopia Sprawl.
Yep.
We'll go red, red, untap, red, Blood Raid. It's pretty nice, right? Gruul Spellbreaker. Do I want to just give you the beatdowns? I mean, that's what my deck does. So I probably should do that. Is a 4/4 any bit better? Now we'll just give it haste.
Okay. Block the Blood Braid, sack here.
Okay.
I'm going to end up with a regular forest and a plains from this thing.
Yep.
I've taken 3, so I'm at 16. And if I draw a
Yeah, if you have a Titan now, I'm toast. Yeah.
Turn 3 Titan's pretty good.
Turn 2 attacking for 6 is pretty insane though too. But fortunately my hand is not the busted follow-up that I'd want, like a Glory Bringer or something, but
And
Sideshow Bob hitting
that's
the
a
rake.
Titan? You did it! Lot going on your end. What the?
I don't know, giant, doesn't matter. So sink into castle, cast that.
Yeah.
And now we get to go like we're definitely getting Field of the Dead.
Yeah. You get 2 triggers.
And there's not I guess that one's a cool one. Yeah, let's go with that one. Let's get Field of the Dead Blast Zone.
All right.
Why not? Make 2 zombies
Love it.
and pass the
Well,
turn.
we both had pretty good draws here, but
Yeah.
yours I think is going to be a little bit better. Yeah, I'm dead.
This is about as good as it can get.
Yeah. I'm so dead.
Yeah. There's also 0 chance of me blocking one of these and losing my Titan to a ball.
I mean, that I would have went in a tournament. I would have went for that and been like, "Oh, you gonna do it?" But I know Ross is not gonna make that play. So
The deck finally did the thing.
yeah. Man, we even have time for another one. These games, I figured these games were gonna be fast. We're giving the beatdowns either way. Dan, you got any questions while we shuffle up?
Yeah, so out of all these tier 2 decks that we have played this episode,
Yep.
if someone were to go to regionals, which one of the 6 would you think is probably the best one to take? If you were limited to just those 6.
I would say either Storm or this Gruul deck. Just because I think both of those have good games against Amulet. Like, I think number 1 is, does it have a reasonable matchup to Amulet? And can it survive against an Urza deck? And I think both can, and both have decent games. So I would say Storm or this Gruul beatdown.
I don't know. Which one is the best one?
The one that I would, for the most fun, would definitely be that Kiki combo deck. But I just foresee that having a very bad Amulet matchup is the only reason I didn't say that. But that's the deck I would love to play the most because it's awesome.
As much as it hasn't shown it, the Titan deck I think is good.
Yeah, but I just think if you're going to play that, I think the other Titan deck is just faster, so you're just disadvantaging yourself, you know?
But this one's also like much better against Damping Sphere, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit just more resilient and less of like it's a little bit less glass cannony, and so I like that in a form like in the metagame where people are targeting it. You know, like
Yeah.
a month ago when we were figuring it out, yeah, play the explosive one that's really powerful. But now that
Yeah.
like literally everyone is going into this tournament with how do I beat these Titan decks?
Yeah.
Now I think this one's better against Blood Moon because you have like Search and Tribe Elder to find your basics.
Yeah.
And more answers to moon effects out of your sideboard. You know, also with Dryad. So the Blood Moons are actually gotten a lot worse.
Yeah.
Against this deck because of Dryad, but people are, you know, they're trying to kill it. So that kind of thing in a metagame where the Titan decks are being targeted is when I like these more traditional ramp styles.
Okay. That's reasonable. I'm going to keep this. I mulled the first one because I did not have an accelerant. It was just very slow. This hand is also not very good, but we're going to put this to the bottom. You're good?
Yeah.
All right. And we'll go Hex Drinker, past you.
I like seeing that instead of a...
Accelerant, yeah.
Yep. Let's...
Okay.
Actually, I shouldn't play Once Upon a Time here. There's no
You're not going to play anything, yeah?
Yeah. I will play Prismatic Vista and pass.
Okay.
Just in case Corey has a... I guess pretty hard for you to have Blood Moon this turn.
Yeah, that would be pretty tough.
But that's always on my mind.
All right, we'll go with Stomping Ground and the very sad play of level up this thing that does nothing.
So you're at 17, and I'm going to go to 18?
Yep.
Okay, I accept.
Your turn. Or I'm at 17 as well, right?
You're at 17. I'm going to go to 17 with this fetch,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
So 17 all once I get my snow-covered plains.
Okay.
It's been tilting me the entire time that the one plains in this deck is a snow-covered plains. Like,
Yeah,
that's a
it did
conscious
not have to
decision.
be, yeah.
Yeah. You could have played a better plains, Mike.
Yeah, yeah. I like it.
I will play Once Upon a Time.
Yep.
I will select Primeval Titan.
Prime time.
And I will play Explore.
Okay.
Selesnya Sanctuary.
Okay.
You can go.
All right. Untap. Big draw step, and we missed. Okay, level twice. Attack.
14.
Yep, here you go.
Just going to lose this extra.
Or you should be at 13, right?
Yeah, sorry.
Yep.
Here.
Hex Drinker is a beast.
Oh, that's pretty good. We can wait on it, though. Play Dryad of the Elysian Grove.
Okay.
1 land, 2 lands.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
All right. Well, we definitely needed that. We could still have so many things.
Sorry, I shouldn't have played Forest. I should play this.
Okay.
That is much better.
I'll attack.
I'll go to 9.
Okay. Now what do I want to do? Just depends on what you have here.
Well, you know I have Primeval Titan.
That's true. And I know you can cast it, so that's scary.
You're at 16.
Yep. Just really afraid of you having like Purge or Path. It's like, can play this Magus of the Moon, but I just think it's not good enough, even though it shuts down Sanctuary. So honestly, I think I'm just going to level this up and pass to you.
Okay. Let's get our attack in.
All right. 15,
14, right?
14.
You have me at 9.
Mm-hmm.
So I can go for a kill here, but I would just lose to double lightning bolt, which I really don't want to do. So I'm going to make a very strange play of Curve Tribe Elder, Blast Zone,
Okay.
and Forest.
That sucks.
Pass the turn.
But it's going to have protection from everything. Well, yeah, that's pretty bad. All right, I will stomp you.
I will go to 7.
Okay. Well, I can't really go for the Hex Drinker here, which was my plan, to just stomp and then give it protection from everything, but unfortunately that Blast Zone is bad. It is indeed bad, so I'll attack.
I will block and sacrifice.
Okay.
Get a snow-covered forest.
I will play a Magus. And then I'm dead.
So I will respond to the Magus by sacrificing the Blast Zone.
Okay. Then I imagine I'm very, very dead.
Yep. Yeah, you're exactly dead, even if I Nitro land. So I had the purge the entire time. You were correct to get that one out, but now I Titan, because I have this, I can just get 2 Valakuts.
Yep.
That'll be 4 triggers upstairs, and this attack is lethal.
Yep.
I even drew a land for 6.
My hand was pretty bad. I really needed that land on 3. But yeah, Hex Drinker is quite good because you have all instants to deal with it. So if I just get it to level 3, it's just like unkillable, except for Blast Zone. Blast Zone is just insane against it.
You can check it with Field of the Dead at level 3, but then when you get to level 7 or 8, it's 8.
8, yeah. Then it's pro everything. And that's what I was hoping you were going to go Titan and just like get Field of the Dead tokens or whatever and go for that. And then I just get to hit you down to 7 and then pro everything, get you. That was my plan. I think that was still a bad plan because if you just go Radiant Fountain, which I'm guessing you still would have did. My only thought was that you were going to play around. You weren't going to play around Lightning Bolt because you couldn't, and then you just Radiant Fountain going to 11 wasn't going to do anything. But against Bone Crusher, it would have done exactly enough. So I was hoping that's just how deep I had to go in that game to hope that you were going to outthink yourself. You did outthink yourself because I did not have double bolt, so I was just dead.
I easily won the game with my line anyway.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
It was easy to afford to play around it. I had the blast on the previous turn, but I
and you were just at a position where you just were not going to lose, you know. But
we've actually got a little bit of time. You want
one more?
Yeah, it's 2-2 at this point.
No, it's 3-2.
3-2.
Yeah. It's 3-2. How many questions do we got, Dan?
We got a few.
Okay.
How about we? Yeah.
I thought it was 2-2.
I want the clean sweep, so let's start by you giving me those marbles. They've been on your side for a while, so.
This would be a good hand too.
I think this is similar to me and Ross playing pool the other day. We were tied at 4-4, and I'm like, I'm retired. I won the first 4 games. I was just crushing, and then Ross just is coming back, and I'm like, yeah, I'm retiring. And you're like, no, we have to play one more, and then lost. So I lost the pool marbles. All right, Dan. So let's take some questions from you.
Okay. So first off, we all know that a ban is coming.
Yep.
We don't know what.
Yeah.
But it's coming, and we all have our suspicions as to what it might be. I think the question that I saw from Histeus a while ago: how do we feel about this new system about taking care of bans, where it's just we'll do it whenever. We'll warn you about it for a week ahead of time, but it's not just like X weeks after a set release or something.
It's not like people didn't worry about it or speculate on it the entire time when it was scheduled, right? So that actually hasn't changed.
Yeah.
It's just a surprise when we get a week of rampant speculation and horrible takes on Twitter.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of being scheduled into our calendars. So that's not a big deal to me. And this does offer them more flexibility to just ban things when they want to.
Or when they need to,
Yeah, it does get awkward when, we've got a Pioneer event that we have an open that weekend in Baltimore. That's Pioneer. and everyone, generally is expecting a ban to happen in Pioneer.
Yeah.
It's hard now to prepare for that event without really knowing exactly what's going on.
Luckily, they did pick a perfect time because luckily most people are playing Modern now to get ready, but some aren't.
Yeah.
So I did think they picked the best time possible to ban something in Pioneer. But yeah, I'm with you. The one thing that I like about this is whatever makes the conversation of, should we ban this? Should we ban that? Whatever lowers that conversation from happening constantly, I'm all for. I know you don't stream a lot, but whenever I'm streaming, that's the most asked question, and I'll answer it 10 times per stream. And I think 2019 really hurt us all because there were more bans in 2019 than I think like in the history of Magic.
Yeah, it has shifted the way just shifted the discourse within the Magic community in a very negative direction.
Exactly, because bans are bad for the game. No matter what, no matter how you think it. Now, maybe at some certain times a ban should happen, but it is bad for the game. So it's just frankly somewhat annoying to answer the question all the time. Answering about the ban, like the announcement and stuff like that, completely different. But just like, what do you think is going to get banned now? What do you think is going to get banned now? It's just every day, So,
yeah. And I've never really it doesn't even really do us as players
anything
good to
and that's what I say every time. It's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me what they ban or what I think they're going to ban because I don't have control over it. I'm going to adjust accordingly and play whatever. I'm not going to play the ban card because that's illegal, and I'm going to play a deck that I think is good against it, So
and you're not going to do any preemptive testing. Yeah, maybe some people do. Then sure, try to speculate, maybe get some testing in that way. That could be helpful, but I'm just going to see the ban announcement on Monday, get a good 3 days in, and figure something out. Yeah. Because it's not going to be, that first week after the bans, is not going to be a huge departure from what we've seen in Pioneer over the last month or two. Yeah. If the inverter deck goes away, then there's going to be a lot of Sultide. There's going to be a lot of mono white Heliod. There's going to be, maybe some more of the aggro decks. Yeah. And maybe some more Breach. Those decks will all be there. So... it's not a seismic shift in what's going on unless they ban 4 cards, which they're not going to do.
And for what it's worth, I personally, and I know this is, not what everybody has a feeling about, but I love bans. Personally, as a content creator and as someone who... I wouldn't say gets bored with it, but whenever a format gets stale to me, I don't enjoy testing as much when it's the same deck, over and over. So when a ban comes... I don't own a ton of cards too, where the value of my cards are going down a lot. So when ban comes for me, I just get new, fresh ideas, new streams to do, So I personally like bans when they're needed, but doesn't mean I want bans all the time. But right now, Inverter is just such a huge percentage that I am generally excited for something to be banned in that deck, just because Inverter mirrors and stuff not great, but. As I say that, in general, bans are bad for the game, and it shouldn't happen. But
so back to the original question. This system seems fine. It doesn't seem significantly different than the old one. The same nonsense discourse happens, but Wizards gets a little bit more flexibility.
Yeah. I think it's good.
I think people were, a little bit concerned that they would equate it to Yu-Gi-Oh system of banning, where it's... We don't warn you ahead of time when cards get banned or unbanned. It's just, ta-da, hello, it happens.
Yeah. I do like when it's just every 3 months or whatever, there's always an announcement. I always like that system because it's it's coming. Maybe the formats are fine then.
Then and that's reasonable. Get stuck with a month and a half of a really stale, bad, broken format.
I like both. Where they have the freedom to make an announcement and have that, but still have those quarterly. I don't even know what it was, but
it was quarterly.
It was whenever a set was released. It was always the week after.
Yeah.
So maybe they limit that, and they only have 2 or 3 of those sets.
First off, that seems like a stupid time to do it. Right after a set, you don't know what's going to be going down.
Oh yeah, it was really weird.
Yeah, you'd think you'd want it halfway into a set, around this time is when I think a ban should happen, when things are developed,
Yeah, so maybe if you set that in 3 times a year and just blended the 2 systems, that would be cool. But
Luckily, we're
not a
not
big
in
deal.
charge of all this stuff.
Yeah, and to everyone in chat who has been asking questions about what cards will be banned in X format, we've been ignoring those, and I apologize, but we've just been completely tired with those.
Some of the cards you think that will be banned. Some that you think might be banned won't.
Yeah.
And like, we're not gonna. I don't know which ones, but like some of them will. So we're just gonna keep giving you the same answers. And like, it sounds glib of me to say, but I don't want to give you the same answer to the question 11 times because it just doesn't change.
And I mean, the only time that it pays to speculate on this kind of stuff is if you're like at the SCG checkout counter right now about to buy Inverter. Like, then think about it a little bit. Maybe don't buy a deck now that we know an announcement is coming. Yeah. But other than that, like, what to test now, like, just speculate if you want and try to next level yourself, but it just doesn't pay. So, yeah.
So it's a lot of work.
I'm glad we didn't play this last game because we needed to rant there. It was, Let's take one more question, Don.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I had something caught in my throat. Let's hype up Thursday. People have been asking about Underworld Breach.
Ooh,
how are we thinking about that?
Yeah, so I mean, I know the deck that I want to bring, and we're going to talk about it. Of course, we make our show tomorrow, and we'll see what's up. But I played against Matthew Folks last night on stream, playing a Jeskai Breach grinding station deck. I think Teferi to answer hate, I think is insanely good. And I just think that deck, and you get that land, that like Academy Ruins for enchantment land.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's from Modern Horizons.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good against disrupting him. You know, I was playing Dimir Wurza and I felt like I never had a chance. So that's going to be my pick as far as the Breach deck to bring. But
that's kind of the default right now because that's the one that Pascal Maynard tweeted about.
Exactly, but I know a lot of people are deviating from that. You know. Yeah,
I've seen Grixis lists with Urza, lists without Urza. You know, there's definitely that's the question for this week is if somebody can figure that deck out.
Yep.
So. You know, right now, I sort of agree with Corey. I like Teferi. I think the white is going to give you good options out of the sideboard as well. But we'll look into it and definitely, you know, we've got to,
I got a question for you. You think we should ban Underworld? I can't let's straight face. No, but you will be seeing some Breach in the modern world coming up for next week. You know, otherwise some of the classic hits that you can expect to see at the top metagame. We're not going to spoil everything, but we are going to be bringing this is a good segue into this. We are going to be bringing you a lot of the top tier decks. In fact, all the top tier decks from Modern for Thursday to really show what you will be playing against. Like these are things like, you know, people love their Jund deck. They're gonna play Jund, you know, maybe do well with it. You know, I mean, these are all decks that did well in the last event and last weekend. But now we're gonna be bringing you the decks that have consistently performed well, are at the top of like MTG Goldfish as the decks to kind of beat. But yeah, I think that's going to be about it for us. I got the marbles on here. Let's thank some subs, and then we'll thank some sponsors.
We have just the one sub.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right.
Jeb the Pleb, new subscriber.
Jeb, you rock.
Good luck.
You rock.
Good
Thank you. Thanks for looking out. We appreciate all the support from that. We also appreciate all the support we get from our loving sponsors here. First and foremost here, we got Coalesce Apparel. Ross didn't get the memo to wear our new fancy shirts.
Nobody told me that they were sending them all to our places of residence. I thought I was just going to pick up the stuff here.
Oh my! And let me tell you,
I checked my mail yesterday.
I just really liked the shirts. You know, I think keeping it 100 and the Roll Todd ones, I think are my favorites so far. But the one thing I will say is just the fabric is amazing. Have you felt these? They're nice. They're really nice. So if you want to pick up one of these shirts, go to coalesceapparel.shop, enter promo code SCG. You'll get yourself 10% off on one of those shirts or all of those shirts if you want to pick up all of them. Be as cool as us. We're going to be wearing them a lot moving forward.
Yep.
Another place you can get yourself 10% off is by going to Carnox.com. If you want to go to Carnox.com/SCG, you'll get yourself 10% off one of these gaming chairs. And you know what? They're comfy. They got our back every Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah, for 3 hours. That's a lot of time to be in a single chair.
That is. If our backs had to hurt every time, you know, I mean, that's not cool. I mean, if it was tough for you to get out of the chair after you draw your fourth Aether Vial, like, you know, that would suck if you were sitting on an uncomfy chair. You'd have to get up, sit back down, and yeah. Had to get in one last Aether Vial dagger. Before we go, we also are sponsored by Ultimate Guard. We are using katana sleeves here. They're awesome. If you've never used them, head over to ultimateguard.com. Pick yourself up some sleeves today. Other than that, we are sponsored by Aether Vials as well. I am a big fan of Aether Vial after today, seeing Ross just top deck them. But we are going to be back Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So for Corey, Ross, and Dan, I'll see you later.